of whether schools will be ready to open on Wednesday. I am joined by Mdingi from the South African Democratic Teachers Union. Thank you for joining us at eNCA, but are we ready to open on Wednesday?
It's a pleasure having me in your show. Unfortunately, we cannot be party to anything that seeks to mislead the nation and say the Department of Education in the Eastern Cape is ready. Absolutely, the department is not ready because of quite a number of reasons. Tornado has damaged badly the schools out there, and infrastructure, therefore, for teaching and learning to take place is the prerequisite. So without that kind of a proper infrastructure, with a roof on top of the buildings covering the heads of the children, so we cannot say the department is ready if it is unable to address that. Now we are on Monday. Come Wednesday, those roofs would not be fixed anytime soon. So it is misleading the nation, and it is not correct then for the department to say it is ready when we have that basic thing, which is the infrastructure for learning and teaching to take place. Two, there is also the issue of the stationery, another basic thing. Without stationery, how come education of the Eastern Cape says it's ready? As Sadtu, we dispute that. We're saying it's also misleading the nation, and we cannot be party to that. Thirdly, there is issue of LTSM. Principals of schools are expected to fend for themselves, whilst there is law to that effect that says what needs to be done in terms of providing that LTSM to schools. And the Department of Education is now in the Eastern Cape shifting the blame from itself, directing it the way of the schools, with some threats that we cannot tolerate at any given point in time. And we are calling upon our Department of Education in the Eastern Cape to come to its senses and do the right thing, other than threatening our members who happen to be principals of schools, and taking full advantage of the communities where those schools are, because other communities that are better enlightened are taking the department to court. Is that community which has an affected school at fault by not having the expertise to take the department to court? The answer is no, and therefore the department must do the right thing and tell the nation the correct information that it is not ready. Teachers on their own are very ready to go and teach, but without infrastructure, without stationery, without LTSM, without even finances to run the schools on daily basis, then that means the department is really and really not ready.
I mean, these are a myriad of issues that you're painting out facing the Department of Education in the Eastern Cape. You are privy to those backroom discussions that happen. What is the department saying when you raise such concerning issues?
The unfortunate thing, the Department of Education that we are dealing with today is very economical of the truth. It keeps on promising, and those promises are not fulfilled. Some even made in the boardroom situation, you could see are unrealistic. But you would understand that it is just trying to dig and dive in terms of addressing those realities which are confronting the teachers in the schools. Hence, we are becoming intolerant as that now. Because these promises, for argument's sake, were made as early as November last year, because we could anticipate what lies ahead in terms of what was to befall the schools, and which is now confronting the schools as we speak, because teachers have reported for duty today, but absolutely nothing of those promises has been fulfilled. Even making a minor attempt to address those, if you can use percentages, it will be something less than 10% that has been done by the department in terms of the commitments that it has made. Hence, we keep on saying it is economical of the truth, and it keeps on misleading the nation. And as Sadtu, we reject that in total. We are saying enough is enough. The department must do the right thing. If law has to take its own course, that be the way to go. Because we cannot keep on. Because on the receiving end are the communities, disadvantaged communities, not the enlightened and affluent communities. And that pains us as South African Democratic Teachers Union in the Eastern Cape.
Okay, thank you very much. Mdingi there from the South African Democratic Teachers Union, basically saying that in 2 days' time, Department of Education in the province will not be ready to open up schools. A myriad of issues painted out there, from the damaged schools by the storms to not having adequate stationery and textbook in order for learning to take place. We do understand, though, that the MEC of Education in the province, Vuzile Gada, will be addressing the media just tomorrow morning at around 8:30 a.m.
Thank you very much, Aviwe Mtila. They're on the ground in East London as we just take the state, just bringing to you the status quo ahead of Wednesday's schooling.